It was good, everybody. Hopefully, you guys are all well. Um, so yeah, hopefully your year is off to a good start. I guess I'm going to start off with you know, something that this card I didn't even have to pull it. It kind of just was channeled, and then as I opened up this deck, it was the first thing I saw, so I took it as a sign that this is how we're starting it off, right? So it was pretty funny. I heard it in my head, the Morrigan, right? And the Morrigan is righteous anger. So that's pretty funny. I was like, all right, I guess I don't know if the collective feels that kind of fire or but this is what it is. The Morrigan is the Irish goddess of war, witchcraft, retribution, protection, and death. She is also known as the Phantom Queen or Death Queen. She is a prophetess and a cunning shapeshifter who appears in many forms but often favors the form of a raven. While circling the battlefield and devouring the dead. The Morrigan is a triple goddess appearing as both an individual and as three goddesses. What in the world? Maka, and Naman or something. Naman. Man, even with the freaking glasses thing is hard to read. Who together make up the Morrigan, meaning your anger is powerful. The Morrigan encourages you to channel your rage into fighting for what you believe in. Take action in your life to exact the change you desire. Hold your head high and let your voice be loud. You will not be silenced. Your power, passion, and strength will lead you to victory. Hey, Brittany, good morning. So I like that. That's a beautiful message. Um, yeah, that's a beautiful message. So it's always good, right? Like hopefully the collective was able to close out these cycles, right? From the because that kept coming out, right? One thing that came out that was really interesting was, well, you know what? I'll just, yeah, let me, because I was gonna make a whole video on that because there was this collective energy, but yeah, as I split the deck, something I already knew, but I'll just, do I even need to do a past, present, future? I feel like we already know what the collective has been going through, right? We already know the general energy, so what we can, let's just see for whoever's, kind of tuning in. Um, let's see, past energy of the collective. Mhm. So has the collective been feeling indecisive with all the, yeah, see, okay. Then say maybe some of the collective got stuck in closing out cycles, right? Still trying to balance things out, still trying to make things make sense in their head. All right, so what's the current energy of the collective? Wow, the tower. So maybe some of you just aren't, so that tower's gonna come crashing down because you failed to make a decision. Interesting, right? I never think of obviously the tower in a bad way. It's just, sometimes it makes me think of like when you keep asking, "Oh, please show me a sign," or "Oh, help me," and you get like 100 times, and it's like almost like if the spirit world's looking at you, like, and then and it's like, all right, well, you asked for help, so here goes the tower, right? You know, we're gonna let the tower just come crumbling down, right? So, wow. And as I split the deck, look at the Ten of Swords and Justice. So justice, that's really big there, right? So sometimes things happen when you don't listen. It may feel like a Ten of Swords, right? Yeah. Let me see then. All right. So what's the collective dealing with right now? Let's see. What's the? I mean, well, the tower, obviously, right? Let's see. What else? That's funny. As I split the. Whoa. Is this your energy or someone else's energy? Something. I feel a weird tug on the solar plexus, which is weird, right? Oh, maybe that goes back to the indecision, right? The indecision and the tower. So that's why the solar plexus, it's like whoever's not making a choice, right? Whoever's not, I don't know, this is suggesting that, yeah, it's a weird feeling because it's almost like maybe the collective's feeling a little confused still about what they want. Yeah, well, it all makes sense, right? With the indecision, the tower. Okay, wow, that's a weird feeling. I don't like it, right? The solar plexus feeling like, yeah. So maybe some of you haven't chosen. That makes sense, right? That's why the tower would have to hit because you just not, you still don't know. After all the life lessons and this crazy 9 years, still not knowing, you know? Hmm. This is interesting. I mean, not knowing enough is like, see, like this, usually it would be, but I feel it like with the collective, as this is coming out, yeah, it feels like not expressing something, right? Because this is what I'm getting, so I'm just gonna say it because I got chills everywhere and my gut lit up. Um, for example, expressing something, it doesn't matter. Obviously, right? In this life, we learn. If there's one thing we learn, it's about, see, that's a control thing, right? That's connected to the devil. Um, about outcomes, right? Wanting things. Oh, if something doesn't come out the way I want it to, then why even say it? Why even express it? Because that's probably the test, right? And sometimes that was the test. Learning to express, right? When you hold all those things in, people wonder what all these diseases are, right? And for those that break it down, the dis-ease, right? It's something that doesn't put you at ease, right? So if you fail to express what, like let's say, yeah, you need to express emotions, well, at least you did it. So regardless, you're not in your head about it, right? You're not losing sleep about it. Now you know the outcome. As opposed to someone trying to control the outcome. Well, I'm not gonna express it. I'm not gonna ask for the raise because what if they say no? Well, what if they say yes? Right? So that's what right now, this like maybe opportunities have already presented themselves and you didn't take it, right? It'll come back around, obviously, right? You'll get an, but who knows? Sometimes yeah, it's like you know, I'll share the story, right? Like I don't like always like, but once when I had made up my mind about quitting this job, and then I before like 30 minutes before work, I'm sitting in my car just like, okay. I'm today I'm gonna give my 2 weeks notice, bam, bam, bam. Okay. Then I go into work, I'm like, I'll just wait till the end of my shift as opposed to doing it boom, just like how I had for 30 minutes talked myself in my car to do it. Then I go in and the manager has a heart attack. And I'm like, oh, so then I'm like, how can I go now and be like, hey, sorry, the manager had a heart because I was a supervisor. So like, sorry, the manager had a heart attack and we're down one person, but hey, now I want to leave too. So then I stood another 2 months miserable. Miserable. It was crazy. It was like in those 2 months, everything got turned up to more miserable than I already was at this job. But because I felt, and then finally the opportunity presented itself 2 months later, but long 2 months, right? So it's kind of like that. Like sometimes you've had the opportunity to express something and you don't do it, right? So it's see, this is good regardless. See, and that's why the crown chakra, right? Because what I'm trying to explain here, right? There is no bad side to expressing something because the devil is in trying to control the outcome. Well, no, what if what if see my throat tightened up when I said that, right? Because it's that if you're being nudged to something, right? Express something, that's kind of what it is, right? So maybe the opportunity will present itself again, or maybe now, right? Maybe now the collective after the tower is feeling like, oh, I gotta take. Maybe something had to kind of light a fire under you for you to understand, right? And there's abundance tied to it somehow, right? There's something because maybe that there's something tied to emotions, right? So it's just about finding out, and then you could put things to rest, kind of thing. Hey, Poppy Cave. Good morning. Okay, I'll ask after I finish this. Not by brute force. A call to action by brute force. Not really. That's not what I'm just like. It's almost like yourself kicking yourself in the rear, right? Like, um, I think that's all it is, right? Not brute force at all. It's just taking action. This is just the card of someone taking action, right? That's all it is. It's just someone like, okay, right? Because we can't see the outcome here. We don't see like if they're striking someone, we don't see nothing. We just see. I know how maybe how it would be read normally, but in this case, it's almost like just like hurrying up, right? Like even that, right? Think about it at work, right? The door's closing and it's just like running. Wait, wait, wait! Before the manager closes the door and leaves. Hold on, I had to tell you, hey, I want a raise or something, or whatever. Take it since it's the heart thing. Maybe it's something with the heart, right? Like you see those movies where someone at the very last minute, someone's already getting married to somebody else, and they're like, "Oh, I always cared about you," kind of thing. I know that's part of the whole entertainment of the movie, right? But it's like, you know, in a human sense, I would think we would think that's kind of stupid, right? Like in a human sense, I would think like damn. So, but that's really human nature, right? To wait to the like. So that's the tower. That's literally a great definition of a tower, right? Like someone feeling like, oh, it's now or never, right? Well, why do you have to be a now or never kind of person, right? Like, but those are lessons, right? I know that, like, for example, they said there's a bigger fear of public speaking than death. People prefer, I guess, according to statistics, that people would prefer to die over public speaking, which is insane, right? But, there's something in that. So I don't know. Okay, let me. I mean, but maybe this is the theme of this whole reading, so that's why. Like, what are we afraid of in this whole life journey, right? I get it. It's not like, I get it. Believe me, I get it. Mm. I feel a weird energy. It just doesn't, because even with this juggling, right? Maybe it's that, right? Like, there's that kind of energy, right? It's almost like I don't really feel bad in this case for the tower. Well, I don't anyways when I see the tower, but it's almost like it's all about the indecision, right? Even that, someone trying to juggle things, be it that, right? Someone in a relationship trying to juggle two people, and then so the tower hits good, right? Like, hey, that's the universe. Like, oh, really? Like, because right, the play stupid games, win stupid prices, right? Um, I don't know if this is someone that probably already has a prevision, right? Or it's the universe telling you, right? Like, hey, like choose something, right? Stop juggling, choose something. Yeah, for those of you that the tower hasn't hit, then take that as a warning, right? Um, yeah, it could be that, right? Like the path, right? You still want, because that's what this year is about, right? It's about really choosing a path and sticking to it. Not that you can't have two things, like, obviously, right? We could be working on like, but have the plan, right? Hey, this is what I'm starting a business, but yeah, while I still have to have income coming in, but this is the goal, right? Like this is where I'm heading, and then whatever, I have to survive still, so I'm gonna keep working this other job, but this is the plan, right? So there's just something in that, right? Or whatever, relationships, all this stuff, right? But there's just a weird energy today. I don't like the energy for some reason because it feels like very okay. Let me understand this, right? Why is the energy weird? Why is this weird energy that I'm tapping into? What's up with this confused collective energy right now? Or maybe it is personal. Maybe right now I'm tapping into a specific thing, right? The Wheel of Fortune. Wow. Interesting. See, I don't know. Something, and there's that solar plexus that was in the beginning, right? About someone not standing in their truth. So I'm not getting nothing negative from this. It's just like whatever, whether you're on the downside of that wheel, right, getting run over, bam, or you're on the top of it, right? Whatever's happening right now is just, yeah, whatever. It's kind of like what you chose, right? That's what it feels like. I think the energy's shifting now. So some of you that did make a choice, right? It feels like, hey, how'd you say your name again? Adiverma? I can't even see. It's all small. Adi Adiverma, right? Hey, Devon, how's it going? Yeah, yeah, of course. You can ask. Okay, let me bring this to so I think some of you, right, with the Wheel of Fortune, some of you did make a choice, right? And things are, it looks like you're stepping into that leadership role, right? Whether you're doing your own business or just at a job, right? Maybe some of you did take, yeah, maybe some of you did take almost like, well, the fool didn't come out. It's not quite a leap of faith. It's like something that you it's almost like getting all the signs and just not taking action. I don't know, it's weird. I think that's why that energy was kind of bugging me, right? Because now my gut feels more like whatever. Maybe the other half to the collective is did do the work, did close out cycles, right? Um, is seeing the bigger picture of things or just has a clear vision, right? Like, yeah, the other, right? Both Aries energy, right? And both are kind of looking forward, right? Regardless, this person's looking ahead of them, this one's looking ahead of them. So, yeah, I think that's what it is, right? Well, yeah, I mean, but that's the devil's job, right? Like, I had a vision like that once, right? It was this entity, right? Scary, scary things. And you know, it was in this ancient entity, but when I woke up from this like very, very, very like I remember all the details from this, right? Like if I had lived it, right? I knew it wasn't bad or good. It was just doing its job, and it was hella good at doing its job, right? Like this thing knew what it was doing, and yeah, so it was like that, right? It was weird. It was like, hey, so in the other, in the spirit world, I had the understanding that, hey, well, it doesn't matter, right? And it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if we call them evil or this or that. Do you think they care that they have feelings? Like, oh no, you hurt my feelings. No, they're doing their job. They're good at what they do. So it's on us to, right, to not be bound by the devil, right? To not be the addictions, the this, the that, and then they look for all those little openings, right? They look for that stuff. They're always waiting, right? That's why even in that phrase, whether you like the Bible or not, I love that saying, be sober, be vigilant, for the devil, right, roams around like or lurks like a roaming lion waiting to see who it can devour, right? However you take that phrase, whether it's a spirit, an entity, an energy, waiting, right? Waiting for whether, for you to whatever, right? Um, some consider love a drug that'll throw you off your right because you get drunk in love to where you can't see nothing else and yeah, so all that. So I could keep going. Oh well, look at that. See, I don't know. That's wow. That's so funny, right? Three. So maybe by Aries season, right? Maybe some of you are pre planning stepping into your leadership, right? That's so funny, huh? That's so funny, right? See, and look at that. Imagine that this celebration and everything, right? The happy life, happy family, right? See, people celebrating is tied into the throat chakra, speaking up, right? And what was that about? At first, right? It was all about yeah, that was the energy I was getting about that. Someone trying to control a situation, right? As opposed to right, and that's very devil energy, right? Needing to control something. So not willing to make a move because if it's not the outcome you want, as opposed to just setting yourself free, right? Like in the devil card, how the chains are very loose, throwing off the all the illusions, right? Um, the devil, the hand signals it's showing, it means all you see is all there is, right? And that's the illusion of the devil telling you, no, so whatever fantasy, if you make up an illusion in your head or whatever you think, right? All you see is all there is, right? Not understanding that there's more going on behind the scenes or this and that, right? Yeah, so I don't know. Well, obviously I could go deeper into that, but okay. So let me start answering some questions. So it looks like some of the collective, thank you for balancing out that energy because it felt like, some of the collective is still confused, either just got a tower moment or is about to, and then the other side of the collective made the choices and is, slowly but surely moving towards what they want, right? They're already having the vision, they're stepping into their leadership role. I know we're barely starting the year, but it's like regardless, you see it right with the third eye, right? It's already in your mind's eye. You can see it already, right? You can see it already, right? And before you know it, like you're gonna be enjoying that, right? The celebration. I like that it says peace. That jumped out at me. Peace. Woof. That's everything to me, right? That word peace is like talk about a celebration. It makes me like it makes me all warm and fuzzy inside. That word for me is like peace. So I love it. Talk about celebration. Yeah. So okay. So okay, let me see who has the first question. If I missed it, type it in. Oh, okay. Poppy Care Cave. Poppy Cave. Greetings. New relationship with Justice. Let me put these back in just in case. Man, that was weird. Like, I don't know. I get it though. Maybe the new year starting and you know, everyone kind of feels like, oh, I should have done this or that, or the year's barely starting, so I don't know. Whatever part of the collective, see? as I split the deck, the Fool, right? So some of you are yet to take kind of a leap of faith in the direction that you need to go, right? So that tower is gonna hit if it hasn't already. Um, New relationship with I'm trying to figure out. Okay, so let me see. Is justice? Okay, that's not. Let me see. Hmm. For Poppy Cave, I mean, the Wheel of Fortune wanted to come out, and then Temperance, right? So I don't know. Are you being impatient by any chance? Is has justice give really? I know that you feel like see, because like you said, you're trying to figure out the energy, right? We got to remember that we're all separate people, right? And that's that's always gonna be a hard thing, right? Like if you do feel if you're very empathic and this and that or intuitive and you feel other people's energy, the best thing to do is ask. But once you ask, then that's it again with the controlling, right? Trying to control an outcome. So it's like and that's the patience as well with the angel, right? It's like if you feel something then ask it, right? But I think the good thing is to not keep like if someone gives you an answer, then there. You did your part and it's like someone that overdoing it trying to make sure someone's not going to cheat on them, right? For example. And you know, as opposed to for me, I feel like the universe will always show me eventually, right? And not eventually, like they'll show me, right? They'll give me all the signs and stuff. And then that's fine. Then you could walk away, right? But over trying to control to make sure, because you have to control someone, then why are you even in that relationship, right? Like if it's that, because now it's like what I said about the word peace meaning more to me than anything, right? So now it's messing with your peace, right? Trying to figure out. So I don't know if that makes sense, Poppy Cave. If you know maybe try asking why, right? Like, hey, is something okay? Is everything okay, right? Like I noticed, maybe you don't even have to say, hey, you're acting weird, but hey, is everything okay? Let's see. I'll pull one more because maybe you just need to communicate because I asked if they still want to be in the relationship and it's yes with the heart. So I don't know. Maybe they just have other things going on right now, right? They could be right. There's 100 things. I don't know. Um, yeah, I think just maybe be patient and communicate if anything. So that's yeah, or maybe they're concerned with finances right now. I don't know. Is that the thing? Are they concerned right now? Like I said, see, there's that energy of the year started. Sometimes people, it's just like, right? If people plan things for the new year, they're like, oh, I gotta get things going. I'm wasting too much time. Da, 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 da. There's like so many things that, and the horrible thing that we have in this time and age is people compare themselves to others, right? Looking at social media, those things can alter your mood so fast, right? Just people being on social media or I have to be like this person, I have to be like that person. So there's so many things that pop in someone's mind that Yeah, that's the crazy thing about nowadays, right? So I don't know. Hopefully that helps. Let me see. Who else had a question? Okay, Devon, I think you're the next one from what I can see. Your coworkers. That is the weirdest thing. I've never seen my incense. Um, I don't know. That feels very weird. Let me see if I could show you on. It has all these strands, right? I don't think I've ever seen that. Usually it's all together, right? But look at all these little strands that it did. That's so weird. See, maybe that's kind of like that whole thing of like the indecision, like people not that's weird. I've never seen that. It looks like all these hairs, right? See that? Wow, that's crazy. Like too many strands, too many, right? Mm-mm. I don't know. All right, so how do your coworkers view you, Devon? Are you being very like are you like that kind of like that's so funny that I showed that. This is like literally that, right? Like someone indecisive. Are you like that at work? Are you showing that at work? Is there any reason for anyone to be like, are you up in your head a lot? Like, are you not be present at work? Is there any reason someone should look at you like you're scatterbrained right now? So I don't know if there's any reason for your coworkers to be viewing you in that light right now. Maybe you have had things on your mind and maybe have you been focused like at the world? So I don't know. Have you been focused on everything going on right now? Or I don't know. It could be a good thing. It could be like that. You really with the world. It could be that you really are trying to be successful. And people could be looking at that as a non-realistic thing, which obviously that says more about them than you, right? Like if people look at you because you have big dreams and big plans and they're like, this person, right? Like get your head out of the clouds kind of thing. Um, then that says more about them, right? They don't see that for themselves. So it could be that. Take it how that resonates, right? Yeah. Either it's they look at you, and regardless, right? It doesn't matter if they look at you like scatterbrain. It's on them or just that, right? If you talk about it, I don't know, maybe talk less about it. If you do say like, oh, I want to do this or that, or I don't know why that popped in my head. There's that movie where Jamie Foxx he drives the thing. Does he drive like limos or something? I don't know, or the taxi, right? And he shares his dream, right? Like he's talking about, oh, I want to start my own company and this and that, and and people probably are like, okay, yeah, sure, whatever, right? But hey, that's what he wants, right? And I don't know if you guys know what movie I'm talking about, but there's a movie like that where Jamie Foxx is driving cabs, but he wants to start his own business, right? So I don't know. And if that's the case, then yeah, you don't need to be why like that thing, right? Don't cast your pearls at the swine. If you are sharing your dreams with other people, then just keep them to yourself, right? If that's kind of the energy, if you feel that vibe from them, so maybe you could gauge it out, right? Um, yeah, stuff like that. So I don't know. I don't know. Let me know if that makes sense, but that's kind of what I'm getting with that. Let me see who else had a question. I know Brittany, if you still want to ask a question, remind me more or less what the question is that you wanted to ask, and I can ask it. Let me see. Hey, the Black Oracle, how are you? Oh, Tobias. Tobias. Let me see. Overall for the collective before this, Tobias. I'm gonna pull another one, but it's funny. Like the death card came out, right? Which is maybe there is something you have to transform in order to be financially stable, right? There's something you're not bringing an end to, right? So that could mean so many things, right? Certain habits, right, that keep you not reaching that, right? It could be, bringing in an end to relationships, addictions, habits, so many things, right? Mindset, right? Putting an end to the mindset of certain things, right? Like how some say a poverty mindset, Don't listen to others if they put doubts in your head too, right? Wow, I think you're gonna get once you clear out your mind, right, and all that, I think you're gonna start connecting with the divine, right? Because it says success, right? It doesn't necessarily say. I think that's gonna be on you, right? And maybe by then, I think you're gonna have once you clear your mind, something you have to close, right? You still haven't closed something, right? And oh well, that's funny because yeah, the obviously the heart chakra is tied to money, right? So there's something you have to close that you haven't closed out, but not just close it out like completely, right? Death and rebirth kind of thing. And then I think you're gonna get some new ideas that'll make you successful, and that's gonna be on you, right? It's gonna feel like it comes out of nowhere, just divinely inspired, right? Something. Maybe it'll be that, right? Like, cause that did come out for the collective, right? It was two energies, but there was the taking advantage of an opportunity, right? Like that, like the Knight of Swords rushing in, like, oh, I see that opportunity, right? It was like when the people, man, who doesn't wish that they would have been the first person to start when the pandemic hit and people started selling the masks? Like, geez, people made money off of that, Like it's crazy. Whoever started like the first ones that did it, right? Then after everybody hopped on the train, but the first ones that went, it's always like when there's something bad for some people, then someone always takes advantage, right? And they started making all the little masks and football teams or, sports teams, all this stuff, right? So many people hopped on that and look at the fool. See, there's gonna be something. There it was I split the deck again, right? That's funny that it was there again, right? Yeah, that's crazy. So there's gonna be something with a you'll know when it comes, hopefully, right? Let me see. Oh, I run into my person. Okay, well, you run into your person again, Divine Realm. You run into your person again soon. Will you run into your person again soon? Wow, that's pretty. Again, right? This is literally that, right? Will you run into your person again soon? And it looks like someone reaching out, right? Literally, right? They're reaching out, handing something. So there it is. Doesn't look telepathic, right? It's literal, right? Like, so, all right. I like when the answer is like to the point, right? Okay, who else? Let me see. I know the only question I have when I. Okay, was it a spiritual attack, Brittany? Was it a spiritual attack or was it. Was it a spiritual attack when Brittany? Man, that's heavy, huh? That's crazy. Was it a spiritual attack? Was it a spiritual attack? Oh, interesting. Said no. Interesting. Okay, so let's see. I felt this like tension back here on the more on the right side of the back of the neck. Why? Let me see. Was it a spiritual attack? Damn, is there something good that can come out of it? Because it's like the Ten of Pentacles. Maybe you could sue someone for a bullet hitting you or what? Because I don't know. What is it about that? That's just making me confused. Hmm. All right. Did someone purposely try to how did you like a bad person trying okay, well it said no, right? But let me see. No again. I don't know. Hmm. I feel like there was some kind of spiritual symbolism because even the world came out and I gotta know again. The world came out. Why would that happen? Like there's a reason. I don't know. Like for me, right? This is how I would interpret it, right? So obviously, it'd be good for you to interpret, but it's like that when freakish things happen, right? It kind of puts it into perspective. Like what I was talking about, someone not making choices because they want to control the situation so bad that that becomes like a devil energy, right? So it's like that's how things can happen that freaky in this universe, right? If you got hit by like something, it was New Year's, and I'm guessing, right, that something ricocheted or something, and a bullet fragment hit you from almost like out of nowhere, right? So, um, yeah, I don't know. It'd be something where it's life is so weird that you'd be like, damn, what if it had hit me and took me out, right? Why have I been wasting again, right? Why don't I do this? Why don't I do that in life? If this bullet fragment could have hit me, and maybe that's, a kick in the rear by the universe saying like, hey, this is literally, I'll tell you one thing, and it's a little graphic, right? But it was like during the pandemic when everyone was all on that thing of like, to me, I wasn't really in that fear mode, right? Because I was like, hey, well, if something happens to me, it's gonna happen to me, right? I'm taking all the proper precautions, but I'm not gonna be all in fear, right? And sure enough, I had a friend who had two coworkers that just went out for lunch, and I guess or something like that, or they went out because they were dating or something, and then they ended up slamming into a diesel, and they both got, I guess, like their heads chopped off, right? Like I said, it was gonna be graphic, but like that, no one would have imagined something like that. Like, so while everyone's all afraid of this, there's freakish accidents that happen like that, and obviously that's the worst, right? But so I try to analyze things in that way too, right? I know I probably shouldn't have even shared that story because that I didn't realize how graphic it was until I said it, right? And I pictured it. But God bless their souls wherever they are. But it's like not a but and right? And I guess it's a lesson for all of us, right? Like don't keep thinking like, oh, I could do something tomorrow. I could do something tomorrow that you could do today because life will check you, right? Life will check you, right? And then you're gonna be in spirit form, Like, oh man, now I can't do that, right? Or something. Or you'll be happy, but either way, right? Then there goes that. I don't know why that was so exhausting to say, but yeah. Let me see what else. What else? Who else had a question? Mm. Okay, so that's what happened. It was from a fire pit then, and it blew up on you or something. Oh, let me see who else. Okay, so I know Zoe. If I missed anyone's, please retype it. Let me see. Zoe. Is okay. Well, just there's we all have a lot of soulmates, obviously, right? We all like there's even like a whole group, right? And even beyond that, it extends. Just yesterday, for example, like someone that there's no that kind of feelings towards, right? But so I know them as a soulmate because it's pretty interesting. I had a dream about something, and then they were able to bring me. They had a dream with the same message for me, so then it confirmed it. It's not just me. Like, why am I dreaming this stuff? Like, it's a little weird. I know it's a message, but then for someone else to bring me that message as well, like, hey, I had a dream and this was the whole message, and it's like, whoa, okay, I dreamed this on the same night, so okay, message taken. See now, like that's one of my soulmates, right? In a different way. It doesn't always have to be romantic, but let me think about how to ask. I'm only bringing that up because I'm trying to figure out how to ask that question for you, because obviously, yeah, yeah, okay, yeah, yeah, your person, okay, a person that is it a man or a woman that you feel I get it, like a romantic partner, more or less, right? So first, is your romantic partner a man? Then let's. Wow, I said, is it a man? And yes came out. Let me see. And I mean, it's someone obviously holding out their hand, so I would say that's someone that is gonna come forward at some point. Um, and you said the word Earth, and then this is all the Earth signs, right? So that's pretty funny, right? Well, before you leave Earth. Will someone confess love, right? Who knows? Is it someone that I don't know. When it comes to that stuff, right? Obviously, when I see the pentacles, I always think like, oh, maybe it's gonna be someone at work or while you're working or something. Somehow that's how you're gonna meet, right? Um, let me see. And there's another earth sign. Again, then there's the heart, right? So, hmm. I feel like it's gonna be at first it's gonna be something subtle where you might not even think. It's almost like someone that eventually kind of drops a hint, right? Like a shyer or timid person, right? That yeah, wow. And I think that kind of right cuz I feel like with the heart and the crown it's like it is kind of like that, like a soulmate, right? Like it's going to be someone that you're going to feel connected to, but maybe it's going to start off slow. It's going to be like it's like something flying under the radar, almost like that. Like someone maybe you don't realize it, right? And then all of a sudden, ah, then all of a sudden you're like, oh wow, I like this person or something. Some relationships are strange like that, right? Sometimes the universe does its things. Even yourself, right? You may put out that energy to the universe because you probably do have other things that you're doing, right? I don't know how these cards got flipped, but yeah, right. Sometimes we don't want love to come in because we really do have other things to do, right? It always makes sense after, right? At the end, it always makes sense. The journey, right? Or that, right? Sometimes you're in all these messed up relationships, so you can appreciate someone when, like, good when you have them, right? Or stuff like that. And sometimes some people don't learn their lesson, right? Even then, it's like, yeah, there's just so many lessons in this life thing, right? Which makes sense after. Which is kind of the energy I was getting in the beginning of this whole reading. It was like some of the collectors still confused, some good, right? Some being on the journey, but a lot of the collectives still being confused. It was kind of like almost like there was a little slight irritation there. Let me see. Okay, Adiverma, what was your question? Is Rayanch Rayanch bored of you? That's a tough one. I did. Hopefully, like, because that's either gonna be. Hmm. Well, this came out right. It said yes, but look at the word responsibility, right? So maybe it's not that they're bored of you; they just have responsibilities. Absolutely, Zoe. You're welcome. Let me see, and that's funny, right? Because I was like, I hope it's not harsh, and then it's like the most straightforward, right? Like Queen of Swords, just bam, just straight to the point. Let's see. And of course, please don't take this. I would ask, right? Right. This is just tarot, right? Like, I know. I mean, just ask, right? Please don't. Damn, I don't know. Okay. Another kind of I don't know. Maybe they just got things. Well, why would you feel that someone's bored with you, right? I guess is the thing. Like, is it something like that? Like, if are you two not doing anything exciting? Is it just like because it's almost like that. Like if there's nothing, let's say it's someone, hey, let's go here. Nah, I don't want to go. Hey, let's here. Ah, I don't want to go or something. I guess why would someone get? Or maybe it's that, right? Maybe you. I don't know. I'm not even gonna try to figure it out. Or are you a burden? Ah, well, okay. I'll go ahead and ask us. You know, I'm gonna keep it real. Like you should ask, right? Like you should ask, but believe the answer. If you ask, hey, is everything okay? Is there because that's the number one thing. Like if you're in a relationship and you can't even ask questions, then yeah, then you two need to go figure it out, learn to communicate, and then come back together. That's the thing is so many people rush to be in relationships and don't even know how to be in a relationship, right? Because it's like two people, right? So sometimes Well, this came out. See, in the way how you asked, there's nothing wrong with having emotions, right? But are you letting your emotions just run all? See how they're just spewing out the cup, right? So you have to see that we're all different, right? Some people are more reserved with the emotions. So I remember once, right? I'm gonna share this story. For example, right? Uh, someone I was with once, right? Many moons ago, right? They were drinking and they were asking me, "Oh, do you love me?" I was like, "Yeah." And then they asked me again, "Do you love me?" "Yeah." "Do you love me?" "Yeah." Right? And they were drunk. I wasn't drunk, right? I was sober. And they asked me again, "Do you love me?" "Yes." "Do you love me?" "Yes." Finally, it was like, "Do you love me?" I was like, "No." And then they started crying like, "Oh my God, like what the hell? I just told you yes 20 times in a row. Why now? When I say no after you keep freaking bugging me and then you start crying." Clearly, that's not what I meant, but it was like, geez, right? Like that was insane, right? So I was just like, what the, like, so we're all different, right? Like, I don't know. This came out. Maybe I don't know. Maybe there's something there with your. Oh, okay. If you're scared to lose somebody, then that's already a sign for you. You shouldn't be afraid to lose anybody, right? You should present yourself at your best, and if someone doesn't like, if you're not, yeah, if yeah, I mean that's already a thing, right? Then there's some kind of inner work that you should be trying to see why you're so scared. A lot of times that's tied into traumas, right? Whether we lose somebody at an early age, or there's that what is it called, all those fears, right? Like, yeah, I mean I've had friends like that, that are, yeah, you know what I mean. And if I've ever been like that, I'm sure I worked on it, right? Because I can walk away from things, right? If anything, I had to re bring myself to, okay, because I got used to cutting people off like that. Because yeah, if people showed that kind of like, hey, you haven't done the work, you're too like that, then I got good at cutting people off. But then yeah, I had to rebalance that because then I went over to where we're like, if someone annoyed me, just cut them off, cut them off, right? So yeah, that's something you shouldn't be scared of losing somebody, right? Well, if they treat you good, why are you if they're already treating you good, uh yeah. Because the universe just might test you, right? Like I hate to say it that way, but the universe just might don't project things onto the universe because I don't know, they say like for example, the universe reads energy. So if the universe is reading like, oh, right, I think you need to like just be grateful, if anything. If you're scared to lose somebody, then be grateful you have them, right? Make sure you don't push someone away because you're scared to lose them. I think that's the worst, right? Don't don't push someone away. Don't act erratic because then they're gonna read that energy like, why are you acting all crazy for, right? Or something, right? And if that triggers anybody, I don't mean to like, but yeah, someone's gonna read the energy like or get confused, like, hey, what am I? What's up with your energy now, right? So just be grateful, treat someone kind, right? Don't play games, be grateful. If someone's already treating you nicely, then don't be up in your head about it, right? Don't let don't let those, unless they give you a reason to feel like, because you're saying they treated you not. I thought that maybe they were being cold to you or something. If you're afraid that you're gonna lose them, or if they're bored of you or something, don't be up in your head, right? Find a hobby so you don't let your mind overtake you, right? you know, whatever that, crocheting or knitting or something like that, right? So I mean, hey, if you're already in a good position, you have a good guy, treats you good, right? Uh, I don't know, was it a guy? Yeah, yeah, him, right? Yeah. So yeah, if you're in doubt can cause trouble, absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, no, if you're good, you're good. So anyone else? Abandonment. Yeah, Zoe, that's the word. Abandonment issues. There you go. Yeah, yeah. So I think is that it? Did anyone else have questions? I hope I didn't miss anyone. Hey, no highs. I forgot your how to pronounce that. No highs, Sam. Maybe it's just Sam or something. I forgot. I know I've seen your name before, but hey. So I think on that note, yeah, yeah, accept the love you deserve. Like that's a big one, right? If someone loves is loving you, then just accept it, and later on, if they show something different, then yeah, don't don't stay stuck. Yeah, yeah. I know that's hard, right? Because we do get used to things. I was saying this whole thing about how even chemically, right, our brain starts wiring us different as we're in these relationships, right? So I get it now. I get why people can stay even stuck in bad relationships, all that stuff. Now that I've heard it broken down in all these ways, like biologically, right? How it even starts changing our like that, like the wow, look at wow, this came out. Time to collaborate. Wow, number one. That's interesting. Hmm. So maybe that's the overall collective message right now, right? And in a way, that's kind of what we're doing here, right? Like we're collaborating, right? Like all of us coming together to figure out all these things, you know? So let's see, that's funny. The number one card on the one on the first month of the year and all that good stuff. Oh, and it's a 1 year too, right? Wow, so that's pretty cool. I like it. Ant Spirit, time to collaborate. When Ant Spirit comes to visit, it's what did it say? Oh, it's to celebrate. When Ant Spirit comes to visit, it's to celebrate, and that's what had came out, right? The four of wands, right? To celebrate the benefits of working in a partnership with others as part of a community or tribe. Spirit reminds you that to build your dream, you need to work with others, accept help, and trust in your most important partnership, the one you have with Spirit. Your intentions will come to fruition if you remain awake and focus on co creating your reality with others and with Spirit. Remember that the world around you can easily seduce you if you don't have some sort of practice or discipline like meditation to keep you on track. See? So it's always good to have something else that balances you out, right? So remember that the world can around you can easily seduce you if you don't have some sort of practice or discipline like meditation to keep you on track as you build the life you desire. Connecting with others and having accountability partners can be very helpful as it's unlikely that everyone will fall asleep at the same time. Ha, that's funny. I like that. The other message and Spirit holds is that you are now at an auspicious time to ask for help and receive it. Whether you need help assembling a team, finding a new tribe, or requesting assistance from others who are there for you. Everything is working to support you right now. Wow, so that's amazing. And you know what? I might as well just say it now. Maybe I'll make another video about it, but what had came out was very interesting, right? It was the world, the chariot, and the devil. So it was like having that ability to achieve success, right? This was a collective thing that came out. It was about having the ability and willpower. The chariot is all about willpower, right? So it was the world, right? Being able to pretty much like, hey, have if that's what you're aiming for, right? World success or just almost like having the world in the palm of your hands, being able to be successful, the willpower of the chariot, right? Because that's really, I know a lot of times the chariot is seen as oh something fast or this and that, but kind of the one of the major things about the chariot is the willpower, right? Having the willpower to do something. But then the devil, that things were gonna begin to tempt you, right? So it was almost like that was a theme. As you're becoming successful, things will tempt you. The devil's gonna be very present, right? And that's what I think we were talking about earlier about the devil's gonna do his job, her job, however you want to put it, right? His job, her job, its job, if it's an energy, something, right? Whispering in your ear, different things like that, right? So the devil will do its magic, right? Maybe some of you experienced that last year, right? The devil energy, right? Working its magic, whispering little things in your head, right? Oh, the so and so love me, the so not as opposed to focusing like, hey, everything's good, boom, boom, boom. Let's keep building together. Let's do this, let's do that. Little doubts whispering in your ear, this and that. So that's gonna be a theme, right? Yeah, that's gonna be a theme. So right now you could take on the world, just right. So it came out literally, right? Having the willpower, and there's gonna be little things trying to tempt. Absolutely. Let me see. That's well. Let me see. Let me see. Let me not miss comedic relief. Yes, of course. Since you. Ah, haha. Really? I'll look. Did you post it on your YouTube? I'll check it out. Do you have it on YouTube or on your IG or something? Okay. Take care. Adiverma. Or Adiverma, however you say it, and that's absolutely, absolutely. Thank you for sharing that. That is funny. Yeah, let me know where you have that video so I could check it out. And thank you everybody for tuning in. I think things are looking good, right? Aside from the confused collective, it looks like there's a lot of the collective that are already like, focused and all that stuff. So I think I feel very comfortable in saying we got this, right? We got it. Uh and even places like this, right? We collaborate. That was the ant spirit, right? Talking about collaborating, teamwork, right? Teamwork makes the dream work, all that stuff. Being able to communicate and help each other, when we feel confused, right? So it's okay to ask things, right? And all that good stuff. So on that note, I'll end it there. Love you all. I'll see you all soon. And yeah, have a great day. Have a great week.